All right, so let's get into some AI work. So I've got a project here. I think I've mentioned it before in one of my videos. It is, I think, 3,800 square feet. It is a basement house that is only going to have the first floor finished. It's got some pretty big decks and covered porches on the back and a big front, large front covered porch. It's got a second level that is going to be unfinished. And it has a basement level that's going to be unfinished. I don't see it here on the set of plans. But what we're going to do is I've already estimated this. Actually, I've sent out a contract. So we know what my estimated cost is. And what we're going to do is I've already put it into ChatGPT. And when I put it into ChatGPT back in last November, it came out and said between 1.5 to $2 million. So I think that was ChatGPT 4, and now it has come in, and I ran it again this morning, and it tells us all the square footage, etc., and it's going to be built in Birmingham or in a suburb of Birmingham. And I asked it to break it out by floor and to break it out by CSI division. And so what it's telling me is that the cost to build this house is going to be $965,000 for the hard costs, and then with overhead and profit contingency, it put in 15%. So it's saying 1.8 to 1.15 million. So it's gotten a lot closer. Here's the 16 divisions, and we'll break those down from my estimate to see where it's off a little bit. It gives us a lot of information, tells us kind of what's complex. It says reality check. The low bid would be 950,000. Typical would be 1.05 to 1.2, and with high-end selections it'd be 1.25. And then is asking for some more information to get more accurate, which we may provide it there. We may provide that to it a little bit later. But let's kind of get down to brass tacks here and figure out it's 6,400 square feet under roof, including those big porches on the front and the rear. So it says a safer real world number is 1.1 million to 1.25 all in with a builder. So that's a pretty big swing. That's $150,000, and really what we're looking for is something that we can actually go to contract with. And this isn't it. I don't want to come in there with a big swing. Just want to tell you the final contract price was just a little over $1 million. So if somebody else came in here and I was competing with, I would probably beat them on price, which we know is a big thing by doing it by hand. And especially before, when I estimated it, and it had said between 1.5 and 2 million. So not really something just by throwing it into generic ChatGPT that he gave it no information. Here was my prompt. Please estimate the cost to build this house in Birmingham. And as you'll see, you can do typos. It can deal with those. It's got a basement level. Second floor will be unfinished. Only the first floor is finished. I don't think I mentioned to it that it does have an elevator, and so that's going to add some cost to it as well. So anyway, so this is just generic, and it's not accurate enough for estimating, but just want to kind of tell you where that came out, just doing generic ChatGPT. So the next step is going to be, what do we do if we can take an artificial intelligence and connect it directly to my cost database, which is going to get extremely accurate. It would be dead on.